Okay, people, so now it is April 29th, right? Next day. There's the courthouse. You can see I'm in U.S. Minister, British Columbia, Canada. The reception that I got this time, maybe not so good as last time, just in the fact of everybody with their masks, and the sheriff approached me, and because I struggle with this, Darth Vader shield, right? Can't breathe with it, can't see with it. So, I had to show him my exemption, which, again, I shouldn't have to. But, his supervisors are, because they're watching me through the fucking halls and everything. They're following me with their cameras, right? So, they're approaching, right? I was standing in line to go to the court registry, maybe 4 feet apart. The sheriff comes up, we need to clean up this corner. And, and he lets the lady go. And then he's like, and I'm like, I have a mask exemption. I shouldn't have to, right? Anyway, he wanted to see it because he said he had never seen one before. I said, whatever. And then I go to the registry, and the guy that's actually a really nice guy who actually makes me feel comfortable in terms of maybe a little safe. As if I feel safe in a fucking courthouse. Alright? There's some woman standing beside him, and I'm looking at her, and she's looking at me, and I'm like, excuse me? The guy's, that's my supervisor. And I'm like, supervisor? Okay. Now I got the supervisor fucking staring at me. And of course, I was diplomatic about it. I just simply said to the supervisor that the guy that I was dealing with was a really good guy. And that, you definitely want to keep him as an employee, right? Just to smooth things over, right? Because, I'm the bad one here, people, right? I'm so fucking sick of life, man. So anyway, I'm just going to upload this when I get home. I'm not even going to get into the fucking gist of it. Outside of, I have to come back next week. Oh yeah, I went up to the library. You know what I was going to do today, right? Well, that librarian, she basically told me that I couldn't do nothing in there. I couldn't even sit down unless I had that face shield over my fucking face the whole time, from top to bottom. And I'm like, I can't do that, right? I have a mask exemption. Well, it doesn't matter. I said, she wants me to wear a mask. And I'm like, no. So, she did give me a printout for the, to waiver of fees. Because it turns out, I had to go up to the 4th floor to the trial registry. But before I could register for a trial, I either pay $200 again, or I get my fees waived again. So I'm gonna try and get my fees waived, right? Because I don't have technically the $200 to be paying. I'd rather save that $200 for the appeal, which, when that time comes, because it probably will, I'll have to go downtown, back to the Vancouver courthouse, right? So anyway, I'm going to go home over the weekend now, and I'm going to sort out what I was going to do today, which didn't get done, because I'm not going to wear a mask in the library, and I can't use that face shield for any length of time. And then I'm going to fill out the waiver of fee form, and I'm going to fill out my application for a trial, and then I'm going to come back next week, and then I'm going to face a master, okay, a master who approves the waiver, or maybe dismiss the waiver like they did with face a health authority when I did the appeal. Okay? I won't know until I get in front of the master. Okay? And if he approves that, then I'm going to file for a trial. And then I'm going to work on my document lists, 200 papers at a time, number them, and I'm going to try and categorize them and list them under the document list through Exhibit 1, Exhibit 2, Exhibit 3, Exhibit 4, versus trying to write it all individual, because it's just too much, people. And I'm letting them all know that if I have to, I will come back. Serious, people. I will do this again if I have to. This is round 1, okay? Well, it's not round 1, but for this courthouse, it's round 1. There was more people in there today. Everybody wearing masks, though. The librarian, she said she's used to wearing her mask. No. Doesn't bother people anymore. I think it makes them feel something. I don't know what it's making them feel, but it's nothing I want to feel, that's for sure.